right now, so we are starting our recording, and I want to welcome you. So good morning to all of you, and welcome to CalRTA's presentation of creating a Division Facebook account. I know quite a few of you already, but my name is Sue Breyer. I am a member of Division 33 down in the Hemet and San Jacinto area. I'm also the Area 9 CTC specialist and, CTC chair and a CalRTA specialist. So I really enjoy doing these kinds of presentations and helping people out with anything tech related. I love doing these kinds of trainings, and we've got some more that will be coming up in the next month, actually, and into October. So stay tuned on those. Couple things, as I said, this is being recorded. So if I go too fast for you, first of all, we have a lot of content to cover. There will be some time for questions and answers at the end, hopefully. And if we don't get to all of those questions, you're welcome to type questions into the chat bar. So all you have to do is click that chat icon at the bottom of the Zoom, and you can type questions in there, and maybe we can respond to those at the end of the presentation. You also should have received 3 handouts. One is a handout that you can take notes on. It does have small squares that duplicate the slides that I'm using in the PowerPoint. I know that you can't read those, but they're for note taking only. The other 2 are kind of how-to guides in how to set up a Division Facebook account and create a Facebook page or a Facebook group or both for your CalRTA division. I have 2 of those because one is for the traditional classic version of Facebook, and the second one is for a new version. And let me explain that as we get going. So just a heads up right at the beginning, if you don't already know, Facebook is changing. Okay, you know how nothing stays the same in technology, but Facebook is changing. You may, if you already have a Facebook profile account, personal account, you might have gotten a message from Facebook saying that they are going to change their format effective in September. As far as I know, I could not find a specific date that this is going to be effective, but just know that it is coming and kind of prepare yourself for that. So as I do this training, you're going to see me go back and forth between showing you how to set things up with the older version, or what they call the classic version, and the new version, just so you're prepared either way. Either way. So if you were to leave this training today and you want to go and set up a Division Facebook group or page, you probably are going to want to use the old version. So you'll have that how-to sheet on how to use the old version, but you're also going to have the one for the new version. So on the right here, if you want to see what the new version looks like, once you log into your Facebook account that you currently have, in the upper right-hand corner, as you can see in the illustration here, you're going to see that little down arrow. This is in the far right corner at the top of your Facebook page. That's going to open up this menu, and if you go down to the bottom, almost to the very bottom, it says switch to new Facebook. Okay, so you can click on that. That is not a permanent thing. That'll take you to it just transforms your page to the new format. You can kind of play around with that, take a look at that, see if you can find things. And then you can do the same thing. Click that little down arrow in the upper corner, go down to the bottom. You can switch back to classic Facebook. So you can go back and forth and kind of see the differences and the similarities between the 2 formats. So I just wanted to give you that heads up right up front. So when you want to create a Division Facebook account, okay, and there are 2 different, well, to create a Division Facebook account, basically, you have to have a personal profile account before you even create a Division group or page. To create a CalRTA Division account, like a profile account, is a little bit problematic. First of all, because Facebook designed the sign-up process of creating a Facebook account to be directed at human beings, not organizations. like CalRTA. So when you sign up, you go to facebook.com. All you have to do on a computer or iPad or whatever, you're going to go to facebook.com and click on that, and you're going to be taken to a page that contains this box here. And if you notice, it says first name, last name, mobile number, etc. So it's designed for a human being to sign up and create an account. It asks for a birth date, it asks gender. So clearly it's not designed for an organization or a business to sign up and create a personal profile account. So when you sign up, you try to sign up as CalRTA, you're going to have a problem. If you look at the illustration in the lower right-hand corner here, this is a clip of a division in CalRTA that attempted to create a human profile account for their CalRTA division. So how did they do that? Well, they got very creative. For the first name, they made the first name of the account Cal. Well, that worked. So they put Cal in here as the first name. And somehow they got away with RTA as the last name. So it ended up being something along the lines of CalRTA. And Facebook accepted that as a human being's name. But notice that down here, that's the name of their page, CalRTA or CalRTA down here. Well, if people don't know what CalRTA is, this is going to be kind of problematic. So that's why you create a personal page first, and then you can add a division page or a division group that's attached to your personal profile. Okay, they work separately. So whatever you post on your personal profile doesn't go on your division group, and it doesn't go on your division page. Okay, they stay separate, but they're all part of the one profile account. Okay, so when you sign up, if you do not have a Facebook account right now, go ahead and create one by going to facebook.com and then filling in this information right here. But notice right here, I have the circle around mobile number or email. You don't have to sign up using an email anymore. So if you're worried about your personal email getting out there in cyberspace, you can sign up with a mobile number. This is kind of new because I remember when I signed up, I had to put an email in there. So you can sign up with a mobile number, a cell phone number, okay? So you might want to do that, and then that'll get you going as well. So fill in the rest of this, you create a password, birthday, gender, and all of that, and click the green sign up button. So you got to do that first. You have to have a profile account. Okay, you have your profile account before you set up and attach a business, or in our, for our purposes, an organization account to it. So from your profile account, you have the choice now to create a page or a group that's attached to your profile account. What's the difference between a page and a group? A page is very business oriented in the way the format shows up on Facebook. Oftentimes they're going to ask you to promote a post or boost a post. And when you click on that, boost a post, they're going to say for a certain amount of money, you can boost your post. In other words, try to reach more people. They are going to remind you about automated ads that you can buy for a price. It's very business oriented and it's designed for businesses. That's not to say that that you can't create a CalRTA page, division page. You can, but it just looks different, okay? Now the group, I always remind myself that groups are good. Groups are good, okay? I like the group, the CalRTA, or any kind of a Facebook group format. It's easy, it's clean, it's neat, it's focused, it's less cluttered, and there are no business elements that are attached to it. So they're not going to ask you to boost your membership by promoting something for a price. So the page, business oriented, the group, it's more just, again, designed for people who have the same interest and they just want to, you know, learn about CalRTA in your division. You can have both. You can have a page and a group, and I'm going to show you how to create both of those. So let's take a look at what these, this is a group. These are examples of groups for my division, CalRTA 33, division 33. So on the left is the traditional version, or what they call the classic version, and you can tell because it has a blue bar at the top of the page. That's the classic. The one on the right is the new version. It has a white bar. It has some other different icons here in the middle. So it looks a little bit different. There are some similarities. So a Facebook group, you will see in the old version over here on the left, it says CalRTA Division 33 Public Group. I created a public group. Okay, right here, this is what we call the cover photo. Your cover photo, when you create a group or a page, should reflect your division. Doesn't have to be a photo. I chose a mountain because the name of our division is Santa Cena Mountain, and this is what the Santa Cena Mountain looks like. So I created a picture with CalRTA. Try to get your logo in there if you can, okay, because you want to promote that as much as you can. Over here, this is what it looks like in the new format. It says manage group up in the upper left. Notice it does say CalRTA Division 33 Public Group, just like the other one said. It also is here, Group by CalRTA Division 33, and it says it down here too, below the picture, Public Group. Okay, 41 members, still working on that membership, trying to get people on there. It's pretty clean. If I wanted to write a Facebook post, I could do it right here. It's right at the top, easy to find. These are all my members. I can click on any of those and pull up their membership photos. Down here on the left, the members are down a little farther. So they have similarities. This one's a little brighter and whiter. This one, again, has that gray sidebar. A lot of the topics are very similar, but this is what they look like for a Facebook group. And this is my preference, is the group. This is what the Facebook page looks like. So for my division, and I do have a division page and a division group for my for CalRTA Division 33. Notice in the upper left-hand corner, this is the old or the classic version. It says page right up there in the upper left-hand corner, okay? And it has a profile picture here, which is just a little picture, and this is my cover photo for my page. If you look down here, you notice that there isn't a place to do a post right up at the top. Notice it says set up frequently asked questions. Well, what if I don't want to do that? Okay, so I have to click out of that, and down here it says boost an Instagram post. Okay, if I clicked on that, it would say for the mere price of $5 a day, you can boost this post. Well, I'm not interested in paying the money. Okay, more things. So this is what the page has. It has these little promotional boxes all through it. So you're going to see that with the page. Over here on the right, this is the new format. Notice up in the left-hand corner, it says Manage Page, and it has the name, CalRTA Division 33. That's the name of our page. It still has the big picture right there in the middle. But look at over here, Insights. Yes, they do have Create a Post here on the right. But here, Insights, if you're interested in this, how many people did I reach this week with my page? How many people engaged with my posts that I put? How many page likes did I get? Oops, I only had 0 on that one. But if you're interested in those numbers, that's fine. But again, this is intended for people to promote a business. So they might be interested in those kinds of numbers, okay? And you might be interested in those numbers for your division. So you have to decide which you like. So let me just kind of show you a couple things to help you navigate a little bit, okay? On the top here is the classic Facebook toolbar that's at the top of your Facebook page. No matter where you log in, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to have the search bar here. And the search bar is really, really, really important, by the way. when you go onto Facebook, if, for instance, this is what I did before this training, I wanted to know how many divisions in CalRTA already had a CalRTA Facebook page or group. All I had to do in this search bar was type CalRTA. And when I clicked enter, any group or anything on Facebook that had CalRTA in the title showed up. So it was very easy for me to go through and look at which divisions, and I could only find, by the way, I could only find 9 divisions in all of the state of California, 9 CalRTA divisions that have a Facebook post or page or group. So we need to up that, okay? There's just another way to reach our membership, so we wanna make sure we're promoting that. So you want to, whatever you label your group or your page, make sure that it has CalRTA in it. There are some that wrote it all out and say California Retired Teachers Association Division, whatever. And you can do that too, but CalRTA suffices. And if somebody were to go onto the internet and search something for CalRTA, they'd be able to find a Facebook link for that. Also on the traditional toolbar here, if I were to click on this, it would take me to my personal profile account just for Sue Breyer, and it would have all my posts, nobody else's, but all the pictures and comments that I have posted, just my stuff. It has the home button here, which is when you log into to Facebook, it takes you normally to your home page where you see not only your posts, but other people's posts as well. It's called the feed. Here it says create. If you want to create a group or you want to create a page, that's where you would start. With the old or the classic version, you would click that create button. I'm going to show you how to do that, by the way. This is for friend requests. So if people ask you to be their friend on Facebook, okay, you're going to see a little number there by the icon. And then these are actually going to stay the same in the new format. This is Facebook Messenger. It's kind of like sending texts back and forth between people on Facebook. This is just a notification, this little bell. So it'll show a number indicating, you know, 5 people have either posted something on regarding you, or they've tagged you in a picture or something like that. So it'll tell you that. This is quick help. You're not going to see that down at the bottom here. It's probably in someplace else important on the new version. And then this right here, this little down arrow is pretty important. We're going to go to that down arrow later. This is to look at your account settings, and that's your personal account, okay? Down at the bottom, a lot of this is the same. Notice that they too have a search bar. The home page is now just a house icon. This is kind of nice on the toolbar. If you have, say you create a division page, to get to it, anytime you go onto Facebook, all you have to do is click that little flag and it's going to take you right, you know, you can choose from any other pages that you have, but it'll list your page right there. So that's kind of nice. This just means this is watching videos. So you might have a collection of videos that you want to watch. I never use that. Marketplace. This is for anybody who wants to sell something. You can post it on the marketplace. Here's the groups icon, and notice that it's just a little icon of multiple people. This is the groups icon. It's basically, if I create a division group, all I have to do is click on that and it'll list any groups that I have, and I can find it very, very easily. My personal page, instead of the word create that you saw up here at the top, now it's a plus. It's a plus sign. So if you want to create a group or you want to create a page, all you do is click the plus on the new version. These are exactly the same. This is Facebook Messenger. These are your notifications. And then that down arrow is the same as the down arrow on the old version. Okay, you click that down arrow and you can get to your account settings, So those are the 2 toolbars that you need to be familiar with. Okay, I'm going to start with creating a division group. Remember, groups are good in my estimation. Okay, groups are good. So starting off, when you log into Facebook, you already have your account set up. Up at the top toolbar, notice that I have everything listed here. I'm going to click on the old version. I'm going to click Create. Create. On the new version, remember the plus is the same thing as Create. So I'm going to click the plus on the new version. Okay, so Create or plus. That's going to open up this box in both the old and the new version. It's the same. And I'm going to click Group. That's all you do. Click Group. So Create and Group, or plus and Group. Okay. Then in the old version, this box pops up. In the new version, this box pops up. Basically, they're the same and they're asking the same information. So they're very similar. First step is you're going to name your group. Okay, my suggestion is you name it CalRTA, division, and then your number. You can abbreviate over here, as I show you on the left, you can abbreviate division if you want. If you want to write out California Retired Teachers Association, you can do that too. But make sure you have your division number in there so people can find it. Okay, so name your group. Add some people. This gives you an opportunity to get your group started. You can't just add random people though. They have to have their own Facebook accounts in order for you to sign them up or invite them to your group. All right, they have to have Facebook accounts. So you can, if you know a lot of your friends have Facebook accounts and you know, maybe they're teachers, they're retired teachers, current teachers, or whatever, and you think they might be interested, just start typing their name, their profile will pop up, and there's an invite button, and you just click on that. And so you can do that right off the bat if you want. Get a few people invited, and then you can always invite more later. Down here where it says select privacy, well, you can either make this private so nobody sees it, except for maybe just members, or you can make it public. You want to make this public because you want anybody to find it, okay? So make it public. Over here in the new version, it's basically the same thing. Type in your group name, choose your privacy, you wanna make it public, and then type in or choose friends, and again, they have to have Facebook accounts before their names are gonna start popping up. Okay, and they need to be, it's going to be your friends, your personal friends that are tied in with your personal profile account. Okay, so that's what's going to show up, those names. Once you're done, you're going to click the Create button, the blue Create button. And after you fill in the information in this lower right-hand box, that too is going to turn blue and you would click Create. Okay, and that's how you create your group. And voila, there you have it. So you have, now on the top, this is what the old version looks like, and the bottom is the new version. They look very similar. So this at least gets you going. You have now created a group and you are the sole administrator of this group. That means you are the only person who can change it or alter it. You become the admin. They call it the admin of the group. Up at the top, notice it'll have the name right here, CalRTA division, whatever. CalRTA division with your number, public group, okay? Here, you can upload the photo for your cover if you want to. Remember mine was the big mountain with the CalRTA logo in it. This could be a photo of people in your division, maybe an activity that you were all involved in, or a great picture from one of your luncheons or something like that. It doesn't have to be something symbolic of you know, like our mountain, the San Jacinto Mountain. So put something here that is reflective of CalRTA, and also try to get your logo in there if you can. It's tough to get a logo to fit in there because this is a very long and stretched out box, and our CalRTA logos, the logos for our divisions and for the state, they're not quite as long and stretched out. So you might have to play around a little bit with a photo here. Down at the bottom is the same thing. You can upload a photo by over here on the left, it says add cover photo. You can click there, or over here by the picture in the lower right-hand corner, notice it says edit. So you can click that too, and you can upload a photo, okay? A photo here. So that's kind of what it's going to look like initially, but you're not done yet. Now you have to fill in some of the details, okay? So in the old format, on the left-hand side, you're gonna see a menu. Let me go back a screen just to show you. See over here on the left, there's that gray menu, and on the left-hand side of the new page is the white menu. So that's what I'm referring to in the next slide. Okay, here are those menus. So in the old format, there are really only about 3 things that I think are critical here when you initially set up your group. You don't have to do everything. Don't feel you have to do everything. First is, in the old version, it's the About button. The About button is the same thing as Add Description in the new version. So About and Add Description are the same exact thing. And the Add Description is, so you want to tell people what CalRTA Division 99 is all about. What do you believe? What do you do? What do you advocate for? What's your mission statement? You can add anything you want, where you are, okay? So that's the description where you describe your division. I wouldn't worry about discussion unless you wanted to create a post right away. Hi, we just created our Facebook group, wanted to say hi to everybody, and we hope you like our group. So discussion is the same thing as create post. Discussion and create post are the exact same. Members, you can click on that and you can, again, get people to join by typing in their name. From your friends list, you can type in the name and add members. Over here, it's the same thing, invite friends. So members, invite friends. So you can start off with 5 or 10 friends, tell them to spread the word, and get them to join as well. Of all of these, those are basically the most important. You can add your cover photo, I showed you that. But these things down here, events, watch party, moderate group, and group quality, these kind of went bye-bye. They're not there. The watch party, yeah, those are basically in a different place now in the new version, and it doesn't really pertain to the group. So I wouldn't worry about that. So those 3, most important. Okay, now you're gonna get into some group settings, okay? To get to that, in the old version, right under the large picture on the page, you're gonna see this menu. So it's right under that big picture. You're gonna click the More button. It has the ... before it. This box opens up and you're gonna click on Edit Group Settings. So this is just for the classic or the old version. This box opens up and you kind of already did these things on that previous slide, okay, where you added a description, about, and things like that. So you've already added this. This gives you a chance to make sure that everything is accurate the way you want it. So up here, you check your group name, make sure it's the way you want it. The group type is general. There's a drop-down box. General is basically what fits our purpose. Here is the description. CalRTA Division 33, yada, yada, talks about the cities that are, you know, within our division, etc. You can also add the locations. So I mentioned up here in my description, cities that are in our division. So I can add those into the location. So if somebody were to click on locations on my group, it'll pull up a map with little markers of all the cities that are part of our division. So that's kind of cool. All of the other stuff that is below in this menu here, I don't think is really pertinent right now. I mean, you can go explore those time, but these are the most critical elements that you want to double check and make sure you have information there. Okay, so this is what it looks like in the new version to get your group settings. Okay, This is one long menu. I had to divide it up into two, but it's basically one long menu on the left-hand side of your group page. There are only two areas here that I want you to take a look at, just two. One is the automatic member approvals, and the other one is the settings. So let me talk about automatic member approvals. When you create a group, you can click the settings to require or to basically make it a closed group where people have to ask to be admitted to your group. And then somebody, the admin, has to approve everybody who asks to be a member. Well, as you can imagine, that could get a little tedious. You might forget to go in and approve people, and maybe they're sitting there. I keep ours at automatic member approvals. I don't want to mess with having to approve members to be added to my group. So I just keep it, you would just click on that, make sure that the setting says automatic member approvals. You can make things tough on people, like make them answer some questions. Are you really a member of CalRTA? You know, what area are you in, or something to test it. I don't care. I want people in my group, okay? So that's up to you. The only other thing is the settings over here. So make sure that you click on settings, and I'm going to show you what that does in the next slide. So once again, if you click on that settings button, you're going to get a very long menu. Again, I had to divide it up into two to get it on the slide here. But there are only 4 items on this particular setting that I think you really need to focus on. Number 1, the name and description, just like in the old version, okay? Who is CalRTA Division 99? What do you believe? Where are you? What areas do you service? The privacy, making sure that it is public. I wouldn't hide the group. I'm not sure why you would want to hide your group. And the location, this is where you can add in the cities associated with your division. You click this pencil icon on any of these to edit the information. You will not see these blue stars. I added those in there just for the purpose of showing you. This I like down here, web address. You can customize your group's web address. Let me zoom in here. So if you click on this edit icon right here, it's going to say customize your web address for your group. This is just for your group. It will already have provided you with this www.facebook.com/groups. That will already be there. All you have to do is add the title of your Facebook group. And once you click OK, that is your Facebook group web address. You can now share that web address, put it in a newsletter, put it on flyers, put it on your letterhead for your division. Okay, anytime you send out any kind of publication, make sure that that's on there, and urge them to become, to click on that and like your group or become a member of your group. So that's kind of neat right here. These others over here, again, I don't think you need to worry about that right now. You can go and explore. There are a zillion different settings, but I'm focusing on the ones that I think are critical right now. Okay, so we just looked at the group settings, the settings for the group. Now I want to show you account settings. Now remember, you have a personal profile account, and then from that account, you create a page or a group that's attached to that account. That account stays the same for anything that you create, any page or any group that you create. They're all tied into your account. So whatever the settings are, they apply to all 3, your profile, your page, and your group. Okay, it can be a little confusing. In the classic version right here, and in the new version, I showed you before on the toolbar, there's a little down arrow here. This gets to your account settings. So if you click on the down arrow, this menu opens up on the old. This menu opens up on the new, okay? And you're gonna wanna go down here to settings. There are lots of other things here, but for right now, all we're gonna do is look at our settings. Here it's settings and privacy. So you're always gonna look for settings, no matter which one. So this is what it looks like in the old version. The new version looks very similar, but this is what the old classic version looks like for your account. Notice right here, name. It has my name because this is my personal account, okay? It doesn't say CalRTA Division 33 because Division 33, the group page and the page are under my account and we're all tied together. So the information here is simply my personal account. So it's got my name, it's got a username that I never use, and it's got contact information. And this is something that Facebook makes clear to us, that they require either an email or a phone number to be able to contact you if there is an issue that arises with your account or a group or a page associated with your account. Say somebody hacks your account, or somebody has tried to log into your account or tried to use your password or something, they're going to notify you. They have to contact you somehow. That is why these emails or the phone numbers are here. But notice, I have 2 emails here. I could have more if I want. Right now, I only have 2. So here's my home email. Here's my home email. And then here's my CalRTA Division 33 email. Okay? Notice this, my personal one is actually my primary email. So if something happens to an account, I'm gonna be notified in my primary email that something's amiss. I can make this one primary if I want to. So if something happens to my account, they're gonna email CalRTA Division 33. So you can change it. You can make CalRTA Division 33 your primary if you want to, but they don't publicize these, okay, just so you know. All right, so that's what you need to know about your account settings. The other thing down here is memorialization settings. Decide what happens to your account after you pass away. Well, holy cow, that's not something we want to think about. But if I create a CalRTA group and a CalRTA page under my account, and if something happens to me, who's going to run this group and who's going to run the page? Okay, so it's important for you to be thinking about that. You have some options if something were to happen to me, or if simply I move out of state and I no longer want to have to manage this group and this page. I can delete the accounts, but that's not good. I can deactivate my personal account, my Sue Breyer personal, I can deactivate it, which means that I can't post anything, people can't read posts and all that stuff, but my group and my page remain intact, okay? That would be what I would advise. You deactivate your personal account if you want to, okay? Or you just simply choose somebody else to run the account, this group and that page for you. So that gets a little confusing, and I can answer those questions later if you need. Okay, remember I said that if something happens to me, who's going to take care of the group and who's going to take care of the page? You need to make sure that you have more than one admin on your account. So you might create the group or the page, but you need to add somebody else in kind of as a co-admin with you, at least one other person. You can have as many as you want, but at least one other person. Why? They're your backup. If something happens to you and you aren't able to work with your, the group or the page anymore, somebody can step in. They can share the controls of the group. They can post, they can moderate the group and, upload pictures and things like that. And easily transfer control of the group or the page to somebody else if that's needed. So how do you do that? So from whatever Facebook page you're on, okay, homepage or whatever, you're going to look on the left-hand side in the old version and look for that groups icon. In the new version, it's at the top of the page. So just look for the groups icon. It's the little blue circle with the little people in it. Click on that. All right, you're going to be taken to this, okay, on, you're going to see this, groups you manage. This will be on the left-hand side, groups you manage. I manage 2 different groups, but I'm going to click on CalRTA Division 33. Okay, this is also on the left-hand side, and it'll say groups you manage, CalRTA Division 33. So this is the new version, this is the old version. So you're going to click on the division or the group that you want to alter, and you want to add an admin to. These are the menus that pop up. Okay, so if I clicked on CalRTA Division 33, I'm going to see this, and I want to click members. On in the new version, if I want to click on this group here, I'm going to see this at the top of the page. Click on members, top of the page, members. So group and then members, group and then members. Okay, so this is how you add an additional admin. When you click on members, you are going to see a list of all people who are members of your page. They've joined your group. In order to make somebody an admin, they have to be a member of your group. Can't be somebody random. Okay, so you're going to scroll down that list of members and find the person that you want to make an admin. In this case, you're going to see a profile picture and the person's name. So I'm going to make Janie Jones an admin with me. Okay, over here on the right, there are 3 dots. Okay, and this looks the same in the old and the new version, by the way, it's the same. You're going to see these 3 dots. And notice here in the drop-down box, it says make admin. You click on that. And then in the next box, you click, as it says in the instructions down here, send invite. You click on that. They're going to receive an invite, an invitation, inviting them to be an admin. They have to approve that position, and then they'll be good to go, and they'll be listed as an admin for the page or for the group. Okay, so that's creating that Facebook group. Creating the page goes a little faster. So that's the group. Remember, groups are good, okay? But you can create a page as well, and the pages are those that are business oriented. So you log into Facebook, and in the old version, you go up to create, just like you did before, create page. See, the last time we did create, and we went down to group. So we're going to create page. Create page. Now this time with the old version, you're going to see 2 pictures pop up. This is the one that you want, the one that has a yellow flag on it, and it says community, because you are creating a page for a community organization. So pick the one that says community or public figure, but you want community. You click get started. And then over here, this box will pop up, and there are 2 things you have to put in, just like with the group. A name for the group, or excuse me, a name for the page. It can be the exact same name as your group. So it could be CalRTA Division 33. Even if that's the same name as the group, it can be the same name because the page and the group are not connected. They're independent. You're going to be asked to pick a category. The category is typically education. There's like a drop-down box and they give you some ideas, but education, that's what we're part of. And click continue. Okay, so there's only 2 things there. These 2 boxes will eventually pop up asking you to add your profile picture. Okay, that can be just, you know, a CalRTA logo or a portion of a logo or a picture of something associated with your division, and upload a cover photo. That's the big one. So profile photo, cover photo. You can skip these if you want. You can do those later. You don't have to do those right away. So if you want to skip it for right now, click skip. Okay. Once you do that, you're going to see this blue box open up on the right-hand side of your Facebook page, your division page that you just created. Set your page up for success. Invite friends. And what you're going to see here is a long list with all of your Facebook friends that are your personal profile friends. You're going to see them all listed there. You can go through there, and this is what I did with my division Facebook page. I thought of everybody who was a teacher or a retired teacher or somebody involved in education, and I just scrolled through my whole friends list and I clicked invite, invite, invite next to people that I thought might be interested in liking my Facebook page for our division. So you're just going to click the invite button, as I have here in the instructions on the left, invite button next to any names. And they are simply going to get a little invitation, you know, when they open Facebook. CalRTA Division 33 has invited you to like their page. That's all it is. So it's nothing intrusive. And they can ignore it if they want to, but it brings people into your page and basically promotes your page for them. Okay, so you can even click see all friends, and anybody who is a friend of yours on your profile, all of those people are going to show up, and you can click as many or as few as you like. When you're done with that, you click that X up there in the corner. Okay, click the X, that gets you out of there. All right, so remember we added admin to the group. You can add admin to the page as well. It's very easy to do. Once you do it for the group, you can do it for the admin. It's basically, you know, the same kind of process. So up at the top of, you're going to see settings up at the top. Okay, or yeah, in the top right of the old version, it says settings. You click on settings, and down here, this opens up. This menu right here opens up, and you want to click on page roles, because as an admin, that is your role on the page. Okay, you're handling the whole page, you're running it. So you want to add somebody to the page roles. This menu opens up. Notice it says page roles at the top. And down here, assign a new page role. And down here, you're going to see a box that says assign a new page role. You can start typing in anybody who is a member of your page, or who, well, actually, I think your whole friends group opens up. So you can type in the name of somebody that you would like to make an admin, just like you did with the group. And when that name pops up, an image will pop up and their name. And under this little box here is actually a button that says, it says editor under this box. So you have to click the editor button, and this selection opens up, and that's when you click admin. Okay, so under this box, this little white box down here, is a button that says editor. So you got to click that to get to this. You click admin, you click add, and just like with the group, the person is going to receive an email. They have to accept that role in order for it to be activated. So that's how you add somebody in. Okay, so creating a Facebook page using the new format, this is much easier actually, I think, than the old format. At the top of the menu on your Facebook, when you log in, once again, remember the plus means to create something new, plus. This menu opens up, you click page, plus, page. Okay, this is going to open up this menu, this big giant menu right here. On the left, create a page, and just like we've done before, you give it a name, you pick a category, and you write a description. You have to do all 3 of those in order to move ahead. So you can't leave these blank. Okay, so you have to do all 3. The nice thing about the new version is whatever you put in these boxes is going to show up in this preview over here. So this is a preview. Notice it says Sue's practice page, and notice it says Sue's practice page. Education is here, education is under there. So whatever you type here is going to show up here, which is nice. So you can kind of see what it looks like, make sure that it looks the way you want it to. Click Create Page to move on to the next step. Create Page, down at the bottom. All right, to set up your page, you continue with this. This is where you add your images. You can add that profile picture, which is the small picture. And then the cover photo is the big picture. So you can upload photos to that. It's pretty easy. You just click on that and you search your photo files on your computer and you pick a picture that's appropriate for your division. Click Save. And your page is already done, which is really nice. So you have a menu on the left. This is where your big cover photo would go. This is where the profile picture would go. The title of the page, education. If you created a username, it would be there. You can invite friends down here at the bottom. But right now, I want you to go down to settings. This is where you would go first on this whole menu. You're going to go to settings. This is how you add an admin in the new version. So you clicked settings on that previous menu. It's going to take you to page settings. And again, you find those page roles. This is all on the left-hand side. Page roles. And just like you did in the old version, assign a new page role. You click this box here, type in a name, their profile pops up. Underneath this box, remember, is a blue editor button. You click that, this menu pops up and click admin and you click add. That's how you add your admin there. It's the same process as you did with the other. That's a lot of information. Okay, and I'm going to get out of screen sharing here in just a second, but I want you to know that, first of all, I'll answer some questions at the end. We have a little bit of time, and I'll stay a little bit afterwards for those of you who are willing to stay after. But I also want you to know that on October 22nd at 11, I'm going to host another webinar on how to maintain your Facebook page or group, how to keep up with it, how to post things on there, how to upload pictures, how to put your newsletter on there, things like that to reach more people. So keep that in mind. Also, feel free to email me at any time. Okay, this is my home email, ronandsue82@gmail.com. I'll get back to you. I'll send you any resources that I have that will help you out. So now I'm going to stop sharing. So there's everybody. That's always fun. So you are welcome to unmute yourself. First of all, I'm going to pull up chat because I think that there are chat questions here. Wow, holy cow. Lots of, so you're welcome to unmute yourself. So this is from Lori Osborne. Can you add photo or logo to the description? No, you can only add text as far as I know to the description, just text. Okay, your photo and your logo are going to go in that cover, that big cover photo, and then the profile photo will be the small one that's up at the top. Those are the only photos. You can upload photos, okay, if you want to share them as a post. Yes, you can put a photo there. Bob Gonzalez, you mentioned earlier that when you searched CalRTA, you had only 21. Actually, I only found 9. I only found 9 divisions. Could you send us the division number that you have to see if we are not included? I will read them to you. I happen to have them right here. Just so you know. Okay, I found one obviously for Division 33, which is us. Division 43, 75, 53, 49, 21, 90, 16, and 45. Now, those are the only ones that I could find. And I typed in CalRTA, I typed in California Retired Teachers Association. And that's, by the way, obviously our state CalRTA has a Facebook, site too. So, so that would make it 10, I guess. But those are the only numbers that I could find. So if you have one, yeah, Marilyn?
I was talking to Bob about this, I don't know, last week or something, and I bet money that whoever set up that Facebook page that Bob wants to find, set it up with a name and not a number.
We finally found it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's under, well, it's a long name, but I'll send it to you, Sue, and you can add us to the list.
Okay, and you can also go in and you can change the name.
Well, that was one of my next questions.
Yeah, you can change the name for your group or your page. And it goes back to the group settings. So go back and review some of the information in the how-to sheet, but you want to go to the group settings and you can go in and change the name.
All right.
To make it a little easier to find.
Thank you.
Let's see, Kathy O'Leary, we get a lot of bogus friend requests. Yeah. I would not want to automatically admit everyone. Why would we want an area Facebook page? I don't know about an area Facebook page unless somebody wants to maintain it. I think that's the hard part. If you have a group, if you have your profile page for your personal thing, and then you have a division group, and then you have a division page, that's 3 that you're having to monitor and keep track of. That gets to be a little overwhelming. I mean, I'm not going to set up a page for Area 9 just because I don't have the time to monitor that one as well. I understand what you're saying about automatically admitting people, Kathy. But you can always go in and delete people if you want. You can remove them. So feel free to do that if people get in and, they're ne'er-do-wells and you just don't want them around. Can you rename your Facebook page? Yeah, Bob, I already addressed that. You're going to go to your group settings. Can I change a page to a group? No, they're 2 totally different things.
Me, that's me. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Oh, hi, Ralphie.
Yes, thank you. I can't just convert it from a page to a group.
No, you got to start over. But you can go in and, you can deactivate the one that you don't want to use. But I wouldn't mess with, so if you already have a page, go ahead and create a group and just ignore your page. Just don't use it anymore. Okay? Don't mess with it. I mean, I've got both. I check on both, but you don't have to. So use the one that's more comfortable for you. Let's see. How do I delete a Facebook page with all old info yes, all the old info, Jeff, is going to transfer to the new. So old and new format, nothing changes. It's just the way it looks is the only thing that's changing. Content doesn't change. Okay, so you're okay with that. How do you delete a Facebook page? Okay, so this is part of what I was going to do in the second training in October. You have to go into, if you want to delete a page, you go in to that page and you click on members, and you have to actually delete all the members first. You have to delete all of those and then delete yourself. Or, well, actually, if you go in and you leave the group, if you are the only admin, and you go into that member list and you find yourself and it says admin next to your name, if you go in and you say leave group, if you are the only admin of that group, it's going to dissolve it. Okay, and that's for the page or the group. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you go into membership, you've got 32 people who are members of that page or that group. Find your name. It's really easy. You should be at the top. And then, and it'll say admin. When you click on that and you click leave group, it'll give you a message that says, if you are the only admin, if you leave this group, the group will delete. Okay. So that's how you can delete it. Okay, Jeff, you're still muted. You good?
So does that mean that if I do that, that deletes the Facebook?
Not your
division?
Yes, the division group or the division page that you created will be gone.
Okay, then I could create a new page if I wanted.
You bet. You
Okay.
bet. Okay.
Thank you.
Let's see. When you add another administrator, are they receiving all the notifications and stuff? Yeah. Yeah. So, and they have full control just like you do. Okay. So they can make posts, they can delete people, they can invite friends that are on their friends list. Okay. But they have the same privileges that you do as the creator of the group. And you can have, as I said before, you can have as many admin as you want, but I would strongly suggest that you have a minimum of 2. And I invited somebody to be an admin for our division page and our group because this person happens to be on Facebook about as much as I am, okay? And she's pretty savvy about it. So I, pick somebody who is on fairly regularly that can kind of check in, do a post every now and then, that kind of thing, okay? Somebody who feels good about it and is willing to promote CalRTA stuff. Let's see, when I have an additional administrator, does that person have access at the same time? Yeah, you both could be on at the same time. And what was the date of the other Facebook session? It's October, I don't know, what did I say?
22nd.
22nd, that's right. Sorry about that. Division 19 has a website. Why didn't it show up? Well, a website is not the same thing as a Facebook account.
No,
Who's that coming from? Is that Carol? Hi, Carol.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, okay. I haven't done this before, so I wasn't sure how
you're good.
I do have it under Facebook.
Oh.
And so maybe you missed it.
Do you know what the name of it is?
I have it CalRTA Division 19 / California Teachers, Retired Teachers Association.
I am going to look for it. I don't know why I couldn't find it. See, so this is interesting. So, when you go in, and as I said, on that search bar up at the top of your Facebook page,
yeah.
It's interesting to go in there and type CalRTA and see what pops up. And it's also good to see what other divisions are posting. What are they putting on their Facebook page? That's going to help you figure out what to put on yours. Like, I put, and this is part of my second training is what do you upload and how do you upload them? But anything CalRTA related, be careful about anything political. Don't do that right now. No bueno. Okay.
Can you, I erased somebody's,
good.
Something political, and I erased it. I didn't know if that was right that I made this decision.
No, because then it's going to make it look as though CalRTA is sponsoring this candidate, this person, this whatever. Be so cautious about that. I would not post anything political. Just promote supporting your teachers, supporting, everything they're going through with COVID and all. I mean, just promote good, positive stuff. Okay, but nothing political. Pat, question.
What I share on my personal page will not show up on my CalRTA page.
Nope.
That's correct?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. No, they're totally separate. And that's something I really want to stress is that, you've got that profile account, right? Your personal account for Pat, and then you have a page and then you have a group. Okay. All 3 of those the content is separate. Okay. All of those are separate from each other. The content is completely separate. So you can post whatever you want on your profile page and it does not affect the group or the page that you set up for your division.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? I don't see any hands up. You guys were awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great participation. I know that it's kind of fast. The video is going to show up again on the CalRTA website. You don't have to log in. Just scroll down to webinars. And this will be probably, give it a couple days. Okay. In a couple days, the video of this will show up as well as the 2 handouts using the old and new version to set these up. the note-taking sheet that you have, and I'm going to send them the full PowerPoint too, so you can see big slides instead of the little squares. Okay. If you can't wait that long and you want me to send this, information to you like right away, like the PowerPoint? You want the PowerPoint right away?
Yes.
You got the other stuff, right?
Oh, didn't we already get it?
Well, you didn't get the big PowerPoint. Like I'm meaning the like full page slides, so you can see them, so you can scroll through. I've
already saved the PowerPoint as a file. So.
Oh, you're so smart, Smarty.
Well, yeah, okay. I'm trying for Smart of the Year here. Come on.
That's awesome. I will send it to everybody except for Jeff. And
yeah,
so,
hey.
There we go.
I can still hear you, you know.
Oops, okay. If there are no other questions, I'm going to bid you all adieu, and hopefully I'll see you on the 22nd for how to maintain all of this once you get it going.
Thank you.
Bye, all.
Thank you.
Really good.
Thanks.
Thank you.